Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. Hope you're doing well. I promised to put up a video or two of my visit to Bacolod to Landers, which is similar to Sam's and Costco, as well as S&R, which is more the Costco line. In fact, Costco products are in S&R, whereas Landers is pretty much independent, it seems, of S&R. As far as the size of the store goes, I have friends, by the way, that prefer Landers, and I suppose it's what you you're the product preference, because that varies, as it does in Sam's and Costco in the States. There's things at Sam's you can't buy in Costco and vice versa. So if you go to Bacolod, well, you might want to visit both, as did I, and I'm glad I did, because what I was specifically looking for was not available at Landers. So it was interesting, though. The size of the store may be a tad bigger than S&R, but they're very close in size, as far as I could see. Landers does have a much more attractive entry. It looks higher end as far as that goes. Another plus about Landers is the eating area is of a more private nature, and it's much nicer than Sam's, as in wide, or rather S&R as in wide open. Excuse me. So there are some nice things about Landers, there's no doubt about it. Product, well, it varies, like I say, and you'll notice by the pricing relative to that, and I don't know why I have something in my throat right now. I feel like sneezing, but excuse me. That's horrible. But there are some things that obviously are not available here in Dumaguete. I haven't seen this stuff, the shaving gel here. It might be. I haven't really searched for it. But I know the mouthwash that I prefer is not here in Dumaguete, unless I've been looking in the wrong places. I pretty much go to Lee's and Hypermart for the most part, Robinson's as a third choice, which is more expensive, by the way. Lee's owns Hypermart, so the pricing is the same, I would say. But I would say that the size of these places are almost the same size as the larger Costco. Landers might be a little bit larger than S&R, as I see it, but I was happy to visit both. I wasn't intending on spending much, but I came back with a boat full. Enough mouthwash to last me 6 months, and my preference of bar soap for showers also is just available at S&R, both items. Now this particular cashew, this is Landers. Onion and garlic, wow, that's some good stuff. You need to try that, unless you don't like onion and garlics, but that is some good stuff. I wish I would have bought a few versus just one. So I didn't see that at S&R. And I'm sure there's other items not available at S&R that are available here, and vice versa. So you need to just go to both places, I would advise it. The plus part about where these are located is in the north end of Bacolod. So I selected the Seda Hotel, and that is right up there with these places. Not far from Landers. I forget, maybe hardly 10 minutes. And from Landers to SNR is about 10 minutes. Between the two is well, let me take that back. Between Seda and Landers, or Seda, let me back up again. Seda and SNR, there is a very large mall. Maybe 3-4 blocks from Seda Hotel. Now, when you get to on the other side, that is, I'm going west now. Seda, and west from Seda, not Landers, the mall, and then SNR, then south, rather west of that, a couple blocks, and south a couple blocks is SM. It's again another large mall. So everything's up on the north end, and if you're venturing that way, I would suggest that the north side would be the best place for a hotel. Seda wasn't exactly cheap, but the breakfast was, you wouldn't believe it. I've never seen anything like it, so I'd probably go back there. And just to give you an idea, the hotel room was $78. So yeah, that's not cheap, but you get what you pay for, and of course it was a free breakfast. And I'm just a one-time visitor to the buffet. So someone with a family or a couple or a big eater would appreciate it so much more. But there was everything at the Seda for breakfast. As I say, I can't. I just can't say enough about it. It was very, very nice. So again, the Landers is not far away, and that's where we're still at. And not that I purchased a lot of this stuff. I did buy some stuff, but I just wanted to I focus on them so you guys have an idea. I know a lot of you guys are into meats and whatnot, beef, and there's your A1 sauce and etc. So I guess if I don't focus on the pricing enough, you'll have to stop it and expand it so you can see better. But a huge variety. I prefer the Landers eating area, and you walk up an order and you take it and sit down. Same process as SNR, except that Landers is so much more commodious and so much nicer, and as far as I'm concerned, it's larger eating area. So that's very nice. And again, I didn't see anything else but mushroom soup for Campbell's. There's probably more around that area. Stewed tomatoes, I actually got some of those. I hadn't seen that for. By the way, I think that's the same thing I bought in the United States, that same brand. And to the right of that was salmon, which I got a stack of those. I'm just not keen on cooking fish. Don't like to fry it. So I'll open cans as it relates to fish. I'm not a fish guy, but I do, upon occasion, eat sardines and fish. And here's tuna. Got some of that. And it's spicy, by the way, and I love that. So it's a variety of things here. I don't focus so much on product and S&R because, well, I just got tired of it. I don't think you want to go through the whole store looking at product pricing. It's similar. Let's face it. They're going to be competitive. May I say that here in Landers, it was not busy on Sunday. It just wasn't. I think that for the most part, Filipinos don't get up too early to go to these places. That's just my opinion. Sunday's their day off, and I don't blame them for sitting home later. Of course, this was I'm gonna say was about 10:30, 11 o'clock at this point. So that'll give you an idea as to how many people frequent the place at that hour on Sunday. I skipped over to S&R right after this, and it was much, much more busy. So I don't know if that's a reflection of the pricing or just that it was later, about an hour later, which was probably the thing to take into consideration. But it was a good experience. I'm glad I went to both, frankly. I didn't stop at the malls. I scooted down the south west side of the island to come home, all the way down the south and west and south and up to Dumaguete again. I'm going to talk just briefly about coming home from there. At 5:30, I'd left about. Let me see. I stopped for a couple hours at midpoint down from Bacolod, and I progressed through there. About, I would say, 5:30. It got dark. Between 5 and 5:30. I was driving for about 45 minutes. Got dark, and there were so many bikes, motorbikes, trikes on the road, no lights, no reflectors. So at which point I decided I better start, well, just for fun, I was going to start counting. Maybe I should have an estimate of how many I bypassed, but let it be from 5:30 to about 8 o'clock. In fact, I got home at about 8, so I left my stopping point at about 4:30. 1 hour later, it was dark, not even an hour later, and that's when I encountered the no lights. It's very, very dangerous, guys. I would highly, highly recommend not driving there in the dark. I did a lot of long haul at night, and I didn't mind it. But it's a different ball game here. The roads aren't marked properly. Construction signs aren't visible until you're on top of them at night. And there was an incident where I saw a couple of cars that I had let go ahead of me so that I could, so that obviously, they're going faster, so I figured, well, I'll follow them, and they know this road, and we'll be fine. It'll help me out. So I let them go by, and a couple of hours later, we come on this construction. I didn't see it, of course, until I was on top of it. I noticed them about a quarter mile ahead swerve to the right, and the other vehicle also. And I thought, oh, there must be something on the road. So I slowed up. And before I know it, I was there, and I did not